Good evening, my fellow exorcists, and welcome to Lair of the Film Exorcist, and happy Pride Month, all my LGBTQ friends. Tonight we will be taking a look at Star Wars Jedi Apprentice, The Rise of the Force. Now guys, I got this book pretty cheap off of Amazon, but you can also get it even cheaper at Thrift Books, a really good store that I've been buying my books at. I've actually got up to at least book 9 in this series, sitting right next to me. So far, I'm hoping to get 7 pretty soon because I stupidly forgot to order the 7th book with the rest. But anyway, 12-year-old Obi-Wan Kenobi desperately wants to be a Jedi Knight. After years at the Jedi Temple, he knows the power of the lightsaber and the Force, but he cannot control his anger and fear. Because of this, the Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn will not take him on as a Padawan apprentice. Now, Obi-Wan is able to have his first encounter with true evil. He must face off against unexpected enemies and face up to his own dark wishes. Only then can his education as a Jedi truly begin. Now, before we move on to my opinion, I'd like to just announce that this video is sponsored by Animal. So go buy yourself some amazing low-priced anime merch, including cute figurines to brighten up your collection, and every time you use the code FILM, you'll get 5% off your purchases. Boom! 2 advertisements, Thrift Books and Animal. If you don't mind Thrift Books, I'd like my advertisement now, or my commission for advertising such a wonderful bookstore. As if that's ever gonna happen. Now, onto my opinion. Okay, so obviously I knew that this book was gonna be a lot different from those other legends I've read so far. But let me tell you this, the writing was strange. I mean, it felt like this guy was an immature science fiction writer. He used the word boom at one point to describe the sound of a blaster, and at certain points it just felt like his writing was a bit subpar to the other writers I've read. Which is a bit sad because I enjoyed the story that took place. And to be honest, I'm an amateur writer. I've mentioned it before on this channel, but I'm still having trouble getting stories out or getting stories written. And I do write in this style a bit. I'm a lot more descriptive than this. But, wow, this was interesting. We see Obi-Wan before he becomes the great negotiator of the Clone Wars, before his time as Qui-Gon Jinn's Padawan, and before we ever meet the Skywalker family. This is Obi-Wan's story, and it's told in a very interesting way. Turns out, he wasn't the common collected Jedi that we always knew. Instead, here we see that he's constantly having trouble controlling his anger, and doing what he was told, which I guess we kinda got a glimpse of him during his argument with Qui-Gon on the Lucrehulk during episode 1, but this is the first time we see him actually get majorly angry enough to screw up his life completely. I mean, the guy goes to become a farmer after this because of a big fight that he got into with one of his school bullies. I mean, wow. This is a different character from the one we meet in episode 1 and after that. But anyway, we also get to constantly see him showing his emotions toward Qui-Gon and even towards well, yeah, I mentioned that, towards one of his bullies in the Jedi Temple. On top of this, we also see Obi-Wan's rebellious side, as he constantly ignores Qui-Gon's warning not to venture into the off-world territory of the Monument. We also get to see a bit of a contrast from the prequel trilogy through Qui-Gon's refusal to train Obi-Wan, showing that Obi-Wan at some point helped Qui-Gon open up a lot more in between the events of this book and episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Also, we have a few great side characters like Obi-Wan's friend, C. Tremba. Sorry for the accent, it's hard to say. It's Tremba, I believe. An Arconin miner who helps Obi-Wan during his time on the Monument, and on the unknown planet that they get trapped on. And during his time as Obi-Wan's friend, we witness he's a lot less cowardice than the normal Harkonnen. I mean, he helps Obi-Wan a lot during this story. He even stands up when the odds are against him. I mean, his whole race on the ship almost dies due to a vital resource being taken away by the Hutts. And despite this problem, he still befriends Obi-Wan and sticks with him. And that's true courage. And we even get a sweet moment between Obi-Wan and Sai as they bond over this moment. We also have the leader of the Harkonnen mining guild, Klatha, a human female who constantly thinks with her blaster on top of knowing how to win over the most greedy of Hutts. And finally, we have Jemba the Hutt, who acts as the story's main antagonist, sabotaging his rivals and constantly picking a fight with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon due to his hatred of the Jedi. And actually, the funny part is, it's not the Jedi that defeat him in this. It's one of his own commanders who pulls the trigger, more or less. And this just shows even some Hutts are less clever than your natural Gungan. Also, to be honest, I'm pretty excited about part 2 of this story because of the direction it's taking. Trust me, I like Obi-Wan, and I can't wait to learn more about his past. So I'm giving this book a 6 out of 10 for the somewhat lackluster writing style, but also for the interesting story that this first book told, and the somewhat interesting side characters of this story. So yeah, I'd recommend this to anyone looking for an easier way to get into the Legends era of books. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little notification bell for more videos, and to let Grandmaster YouTube know that you liked our reviews and that they should reveal us to more people. May the Force be with you always, and have a great night.